When your clients see that, everybody at FFL's business would stay on the books. The persistency of the company would explode. You know why? Because nobody's gonna be going behind you canceling your business. And that's the secret, man.
Hi, everybody. Grady Polson. Welcome to the America Agency.
So, Kendall, you're a ball of freaking energy. I absolutely love you, dude. And you paid the price. You came from completely self-made, which is amazing. But now you've blossomed into this incredible leader, right? As an agency manager, a shepherd of people, a guide to those that are nervous and scared. And you're doing such a phenomenal job right now. Of persistency. So I'd love it if we could dig in now. What are the Kendall B. Clark's persistency secrets, takeaways, tricks, tactics, whatever.
I'm about to tell y'all this. Get ready. Grading. I really believe that a lot of times as agents, we one night stand on our clients, man. One night stand. You sign them up. You don't call them no more. They call you. You're like, oh my God, it's about to be a cancellation. You don't answer your phone. You one night stand instead of loving them the whole way through. Now, there's other things that one night stand, you don't call them no more. But y'all do that to your leads and one night stand them. So what I've taught is that you don't want to be their friend in the beginning, but at the end, you want to be their friend. That's one thing that we always talk about is that people don't buy from friends. When I was a personal trainer, I had clients that will always pay and they won't even lose weight. And I said, look, why are you still paying? Because of the conversation, the communication, the friendship. People don't cancel on friends. They won't sign up with you being a friend, but they won't cancel on you. So one of the secrets I get a chance to share on the stage is, since we always talk about recruiting social media, most of our clients have social media. I say, hey, take out your phone. What social media platforms are you on? Friend your clients on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You know why? Because when they connect with you, they get a chance to see your life. They get a chance to see you're a real person. They get a chance to see, oh, your daughter just graduated from college. I saw that. I saw you just bought your dream car, that Cadillac Blackwing, man. I saw you got the Harley, man. I got one right now. Jose hit me up all the time. I said, yo, man, I heard that sound system in your bike. I saw it on your story. They become your friends. They don't cancel because you become a real person. So when that agent calls your client and tries to tell them, hey, Kendall's not selling life insurance no more, they say, yes, he is. I just saw him at Dallas on stage getting an award. Click up, they're hanging up the phone. Yes, he is. I just saw Kendall, on a Zoom. Yes, he is. They connect with you because they see your life. They see when your daughter gets married. They see that you're doing things. Friend them. Everybody say, I want to be private. I don't want my information. This is 2026. Get out for that private mess. This is 2026. You trying to recruit and do reels on social media. Friend your clients. Another thing, I always put my client's name first, last name, and where it says company on iPhones, I always put the carrier. I teach me to put the carrier. In the notes section, put their policy number and the amount of their premium. So when they call and it pops up, you got America. Or if you sitting on the couch and you bored to death, guess what? You can put America in the search button and bring up all your America clients and sit there and send a blind text saying, hey, this is Kendall, just checking on you and seeing how you were doing. And send it. This is things we was doing before CRMs. You watching football and you just hit all your America. Boom. You go move, hit all your move clients. Hey, this is Kendall, just checking on you. Hey, Corbridge. Hey, this is Kendall, just seeing how you were doing. Transamerica. Hey, this is Kendall, just seeing how you doing. That goes a long way. My first year, I wrote Christmas cards on my clients, Grady. Handwritten Christmas cards. Signed every one of them. By year 2, I said, there's no way I can keep doing this. I was like, I got too many clients. But those things, you become a real person. I don't know how many agents we have up here graded, but I'm pretty sure that many agents have not experienced their first death claim. See, when you're talking to a client, it's an emotional sale. I've had 39 death claims since I've been selling insurance. And I kind of been out in the field the last 2 years. 39. So you don't become a real agent until you get that first one. My first one was a man named Norman. Norman was a Vietnam veteran. He called me beloved. He was like, hey, beloved, how you doing? Go by his house every day. Every time I would go to the office, I'll stop by his house to see him. I knew Norman 3 weeks and he died. And it crushed me. Because one, I had to give him Corbridge because he had cancer. But I connected with him because even his nephew said, Kendall, even though we only getting back the premiums, he said, my uncle connected with you so much, you were like a son to him. He wanted you to have this. I only knew the man for 3 weeks because he became more than just a client. He became a friend. So since we doing technology and we don't really get a chance to see him and visit him, let them see parts of your life. I guarantee you, if everybody at FFL friended their clients on social media, like granted, some of y'all have to take some of that stuff off your page or find a new page. But if you friend your stuff on social, don't be political, get that mess out of here. No politics talk, none of that. When your clients see that, everybody at FFL's business would stay on the books. The persistency of the company would explode. You know why? Because nobody's going to be going behind you canceling your business. And that's the secret, man. I've been talking to my agents to do it. They've been pretty good. Then we track everything, man. We look at, if you don't have a plan or a tracker and tracking your business, how you call yourself running a business if you're not tracking? Though, then we have admins, they call behind lapse policies, work lists. You see the work list in America, pull up the work list. A lot of those policies you can save. But sometimes we look at it, we see lapse pending, and we don't call it. Sometimes it's just calling, making a phone call. Not saying you're going to save all of them, but you might be able to save some of them. So if you start focusing on persistency within your agency, whatever you focus on, it grows. We focused on annuities last year, big time. If you're not selling annuities, you're missing out. That helps with persistency. You know why? Annuities are 100% non-chargebackable. I only had one chargeback, one annuity. The man died 11 months and 27 days, 3 days before it was a year. But you know what I did? Signed the beneficiary up with the annuity. It kind of washes it out. But those are things, if you focus on, whatever you focus on, it'll grow. If you focus on, I want my agency, I want my agents to make more money, I want to keep more money, then it will grow. So that's the gem, man. Friend them on social media. People don't quit on friends. They won't cancel. All right.
So, one, it feels like you treat clients like you would want your family to be treated, like you would want to be treated, right? You run a real business and treat your clients as such, right? It's not a one night stand, which is a phenomenal analogy that I will take into the future. Two questions, and I want to see where this goes. One is, how would you make a lapse pending call? Like, how would you, client wants to cancel for client, you notice they're going to cancel. And then that would be first kind of section. And then section, you shared some stuff on stage real quick that you use at the close of your call, or how to help close business based on savings accounts, et cetera, on how you move that. So just kind of I want to pull as much out of you as I can.
Hi there. Hope you're enjoying the training. Real quick, we came out with this insurance sales guide, over 100 pages of life insurance product knowledge, mindset, insight, lead, scripts, presentation, over 30 plus objections. I will send it out to you free. Just click the link below and we'll send it out to you free.
Okay. So as far as that lapse policy, I wouldn't call them like they made a mistake. I would call them and say, hey, you know what, John, I noticed in my records that we didn't get the premium this month. I know we had some issues going on our end. I just want to make sure everything's okay. They say, no, can I find something better? I said, well, I thought I was your agent for life. Remember I said I was your agent for life? Now listen, you got the legacy safeguard. That's something else too. You're not using legacy safeguard, you're missing out. Remember you got the legacy safeguard? It's going to give your family grief counseling. It's going to give your family an ability to put together a will and trust. But you remember I said that I've had 39 death claims? So I don't know the other agents that you're dealing with, but they ain't good as me. I'm just telling you, because I've been through the process. I know how to tell your client, your daughter, Susan, what to do. She's going to get 2 death certificates. One, she's going to keep for herself. Second, she's going to send with the carrier as we fill out the death claim form together. Now, did the agent that you talked to say that he was going to be able to do that for you? No, not really. So are you canceling because he found you something cheaper? Because we always can find you something else. So let's go ahead and look at what else we got. Then I'm going to assume the sale, man. I'm always going to assume. I'm not going to ask for permission. I'm going to go ahead and find you something better. Or maybe, that connection. Sometimes people forget, but sometimes people just want to save an extra $15, $20. But you got to put the value. These are the things I'm doing for you. I'm not just your agent to sign you up and leave you. I'm your agent to be here the day you die and I get the phone call and your daughter calls me and says, my granddad just died. My mom just died. My sister died. Whatever it is, I'm going to be the person to help handle that because I've done it 39 other times. Now, if you don't have a death claim yet, you can say this. If you don't had one yet, you can legacy safeguard.
How do you use that? How do you sell it, explain it, get your clients activated on it?
I sell it based on like it's part of the policy. So when I'm going through the policy and I told the agent the same thing, you go through the policy and say, hey, let me tell you what this policy does for you. I don't tell price yet. Let's say, for example, it's Eagle Premier, final expense. All right, so not only are you going to get day one coverage, but you also I qualify you for the most of what you qualify for. Now, granted, this price may not fit your budget, so we always can adjust it here or there. But what you're getting is you'll pay double for accident. So if you die by accident, it's going to pay out $80,000 versus $40,000. So it's really an $80,000 value. If you die by common carrier, which is plane, train, your automobile, it's going to pay out $120,000. And if you are terminal, God forbid, they say you got 12 months or less to live, you get a chance to pull this policy as long as you got verification from your doctor. But also what comes with this policy was called Legacy Safeguard. It's going to give your family the ability to contact somebody when you die, like a grief counselor. Let's say, for example, they can't find my information, but you contact Legacy Safeguard. They'll contact me so that way I can help your daughter go through the whole process. Now, another thing you're going to get is going to give you the ability to start working on what do you want to leave your daughter? What memoirs? What story do you want to write? I started working on my own, and I'll be honest with you, I got emotional because they asked me, what family heirlooms you want to leave your son? What do you want to leave your daughter? Like, what stories do you want to tell? I started writing in it. I started getting emotional. Plus, I had a little glass of wine. I said, nah, this ain't the night for this. But I'm telling you, it'll break you down to really have you think about, what do I want my kids to remember? It's like a journal, a love letter you leaving to your kids. That comes with this membership, this policy. Now, outside of cost, is there anything else you need to know? And I get quiet. They say, no. How much is it? It's $300 a month. You know what? I figured that. Like I said, we're going to adjust it. Bring it down to $25,000 is $225. That better for you? Yeah, that's good. All right, who do you bank with? Now, go ahead and read the account number when you're ready. I got the route number. I'll look up the route number and I'll read it back to them. Is that the route number you have? All right, go ahead and read me your account number. Yeah, it's done.
Moving, bro. So give us the savings line. That was a cool.
So I learned that, with post dating will kill you. Back in the day, Grady, you remember everybody was post dating.
Everybody, 31 days out. As far as
it was killing you. So my thing, and I'm gonna share this why you don't want to post date. Do you want to have a conversation when somebody calls you and says, hey, my grandmother just died and I saw she had your digital business card. It was in her phone. So you must be your insurance carrier. And he's like, yeah, what's your grandmother's name? You going through because you should have her stuff. Oh, Lulabelle Jenkins? Yeah, Miss Jenkins. Oh. They're like, what do you mean? Oh. Well, her policy is not effective until February the 15th. But so what does that mean? So how do I get the death certificate, the death money? Because I see that she got 30,000. How do I get it? Well, her policy is not February 15th because, I post dated to this. So what do you mean? You post dated. How do I get the money? There's no money because I post dated. Are you ready to have that conversation? Can you seriously say that you would be comfortable having a conversation and telling that family member, that loved one who lost a person that was precious to them, that you were not a good agent and you post dated to March 1st? Instead of telling the client, what are you comfortable paying today? Or if you do what I said in the beginning part, are you a saver or a spender? Most of my clients save, 100 a month, 150, 200. Is that you? Yeah, I save. So what do you have in your savings account right now? If you line it up in the beginning, I'm going to ask you questions about your health and your finances to find the best thing for you. Life insurance ain't based on what you want. It's based on what your health will qualify you for. Therefore, I'm going to ask you these questions. So when I ask what's in their savings account, I've already told them. I'm asking you questions about your health and your finances. So they tell me, listen, man, I got like $3,000 in savings. Now, the ones that don't tell you, they're the ones that ain't got no money. Because when people got money, they quick to tell you how much they got in the bank. They quick to say, oh, man, I got like 20,000. I got 500,000. Okay. What you got in checking? Nothing. I got like $10 in checking. So then when we get to the end, they definitely no post dates. Well, can we date this till March the 1st? No. The first payment coming out in 24 to 48 hours. So go ahead and transfer money from this account and put it into your checking account. Now, if you want it to be on the 1st of the month, after this process goes through, we can always change your reoccurring date. But this will go out today being Thursday. It probably draft on tomorrow. Okay. Lead and direct. Just tell them what to do. Just lead and direct. They want to be told what to do, like Sean Mike said on stage. Clients want to be told what to do. They want to be told. And you got to close them on the first time. We're doing one call closes. You cannot call them back the next day. Here's an example. Grady, you remember when Avengers came out, the first one? First time they had everybody together. Well, my kids were little. They said, Daddy, we going to see Avengers on Friday? I said, yeah, we are. I couldn't wait. I work at the gym, movie theater right next door. So Friday morning, I go to Avengers. It's the scene when Captain America tells David Banner, he said, hey, tells Bruce, he said, Bruce, you need to get angry. And he turns around, he turns into the Hulk, he punches that thing. He said, I'm always angry. I was like, oh, snap. So I watched it, Hulk smash, and he was smashing everything. I was like here. So when I went to see it with my kids, I had to try to take my excitement level back up to here like I had never saw it. You get your clients to here, talking about death, talking about what it's going to look like if they don't qualify, up to here. And then you call them back tomorrow. They're never going to get back up to here. Have you ever been fishing and you caught a fish and you got the fish almost up out the boat or almost up the pier and that fish falls off? Does that fish ever come back and get on that hook? That fish like, nah, man. And he telling his boys, don't go over there. My mouth got ripped. So your client is not going to get back on the phone with you tomorrow or next week when the excitement they were here. If you don't get them the same day, you will never get them back. When you watch a movie the first time, you never had the excitement you had the second time and the third time and the fourth time. You never get it back. So one call closer.
I love it, dude. This is legit wisdom.